Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. I am on for the flip through of my design team project for September for Whichcraft Do You Do. So it's this little pink journal, and I used their Vintage People digital kits, set 1 and set 2 in this, plus a few other bits and pieces of theirs. I'll try and remember to link them all down below. So we'll crack into this. I got it done just in time for the end of the month. So I've just done a closure with some of the leftover fabric. And one of the videos that I did, I followed tutorials that the lovely ladies at Whichcraft Do You Do had done on altering postcards. And so I have added those pieces in this. So this is one of my printed out postcards from my collection, which I've used their Miller and French stamps on. And I've just put some of the fabric that can be used in this journal onto that. So this is the cover. I've got to stick that down again by the looks. So yes, covers are not my forte, but I gave it a go. Used a whole lot of my secondhand stuff. So some of this lace that came off of a shirt. I reckon these flowers are antique. They came with something else I got. There was just a little sprig of them. They were all crinkled up and that. So it was great fun adding those to this. One of my journal plates that I made with fabric recently in a video. It's a bit of old book page, dictionary page underneath. And one of the great pictures from, I think set 1 might be the fussy cuts, and then set 2 has the pictures. Don't quote me on that, but as I said, the links will be down below. So it's fabric covered, and I've just added these bits on top. I also, for the first time, did a hollow spine, because the spine on this is slightly rounded, which I really liked and I wanted to keep. So it's the first time I've done one of those, and I have to thank the talented Debbie from Kip's Corner for showing us how to do that. I've never done it before, and I didn't realise how you were meant to do it. But it basically follows the same procedure that I use to do hidden spines anyway, with just a bit of a difference in not sticking it to the spine bit in the cover. So it was great fun to try something different. So I'll link Debbie's channel down below. She's very talented and does awesome journals and amazing mixed media covers. So, and the back, yeah, just plain with the lace wrapped around. So I'll just move that to the side. So it is getting a bit chunky. 3 signatures. There were going to be 4, but I'm glad I decided to only do the 3. And I had to tell myself to stop putting stuff in it because, yeah, I don't really like them overly chunky because I like the recipient to be able to add things. But I would suggest this is more of a writing journal than add lots of bulky stuff to your journal, unless you like big alligator mouths. So on the inside of the covers, I've used some old fly page from a book, and I've added one of these little stickers that you find in old books where it says newsagents. So it's whichever newsagent that the book that I got it out of come from. I always grab that sort of stuff out of the books. So some of the German measuring tape that you can get at Whichcraft Do You Do. I made a wallpaper pocket here for one of my videos. I'll try and link all the videos that I've done on this project as well down below. And I added this picture as well to that, with some more of the German tape on a tag. And I've used some of the stamps too, postmark stamp set that they had in store as well. And then behind that, I've done a lot of printing out of my own personal antique ephemera and that I've put into this. So you can assume that most of what you see is printouts of mine. The Vintage People from Whichcraft Do You Do, and if it's authentic, I will try and remember to point that out to you. So I've got a lot of your antique postcards and cards, and I just thought the colours were beautiful for this. So I've made a lot of journaling cards and tuck spots with them. So that's a happy birthday one. So I sort of loosely themed each signature. This one is about the people themselves, young people. I've used some old book page. I grabbed all my, I'm running out of tea-dyed paper, so I grabbed all the end pile of it. So it's got brown ends and might be a bit ripped and all that, but I really love the look of it. I've also used the freebie identification kit that we got from Whichcraft Do You Do as well, and put some little tiny file folders in there. So I've used one there, and this is a printout of my ephemera, and it's about the Port Pirie Technical School. So it's sort of like this guy had applied to the technical school to do some training. And then this is an education department receipt for a manual training centre copy of. So I've put that in there as well. That is from 1948 by the looks. This one's 1923. So I've got some hem pages in here as well. And then another one of the file folders of this dude. I think I wanted to add something else. Oh, I've got a stamp on that one. And he's applied for the war. Something about war service funds there. So these are copies of my original ephemera as well. And there's the war service funds. So that slips behind. So it's tuck spot behind the file folder, as well as you can slip stuff in, because I've closed them off on this side just so that the pages turn okay. This is a copy of a active service postcard, and it's even got a copy of the writing on the back, which is cool, so I thought I'd add that as well. So lots of writing space. This I've got a paper clip on. I'll do that afterwards. So this is from Vintage Documents set, I'm pretty sure, this one, from Whichcraft Do You Do. One of my pieces that I copied. It's just a little card, but it gives you a bit of extra writing space on the back there, so that will be pinned to this paper bag that I've put in the middle of the signature. And I have another one of my postcards there. It's a birthday one, which slips into this pocket. It must be this lovely lady's for her birthday. And in here is a beauty spot 10 reel photographs for your snapshot album, which I've copied as well. Makes a good journaling spot. And for her birthday, she went to get her photograph done. Then I found this when I finished off the journal, and it was a really old vintage newspaper, and it says your last chance to put yourself in the pink. I just really liked it because all the people are pink, so I had to add that. Another one of my postcards, birthday one again. Just love all the pinks. Then we've got these dapper young gentlemen that look like they're ready to go to the dance. So there is a list here of the dancers. This is one of my pieces of ephemera that I copied as well. Then you open this up, it's a little booklet that you can write in, and it's got a list of the dancers there. And then you can just tie it closed. It's a bit fiddly to tie a bow in this, but you sort of have to tie it closed to help you, so it doesn't get ruined by the next page when you're turning it. Make that a bit shorter. It's one of my belly bands that I made a long time ago. And it holds this, which is a copy of the Bachelor Girls and Bachelors of Lake Bollock request the pleasure of the company of whomever at a ball to be held in the Memorial Hall in 1929. So I thought that would be fun to add. So this young gentleman, this is a copy of the front of a letter, and it says merchants there, so I assume he's like a businessman. He looks like it. He's got a pen and a piece of paper in his hand. And this one I did on camera with you guys. one of the vintage ads from Whichcraft Do You Do. And then second signature is sort of based around marriage and engagement, that sort of thing. So I used the awesome Miller and French stamps a bit in this as well. So this is an envelope. I got this recently from a secondhand shop and I've stamped it with the Miller and French stamps. And inside of that is a, if I can get it out, a wedding invitation card that can be written on. So that just sits in there. That just sits over there. I'll probably pin that on as well. And then copy of one of my postcards again. And this is a copy of a little book that I have, which is a wedding invitation from 1936. It's really cool. So I copied both sides of that so I could make the actual little card up again. Another one of my postcards. She's beautiful. I did some book page pockets for this journal. And here is a copy of another wedding invitation. Yeah, their daughter's getting married. So you can write on it if you want to, or keep it just as it is. And that slips in there. And then I'm pretending that it's these people's daughter that's getting married. So I slipped their pictures in there and they can be journaled on. I've got some old book page that has age spots on the back on them. So beautiful postcard of mine. This is a little card that I had in my stash. And these are from the vintage ads. Gold rings. Thought that was fitting. Another book page pocket, and they're the people getting married. And that's the Reverend. I had a card there that said Reverend Charles Manthorpe, so I thought I would put that in. This little piece here is, I don't know whether they're a cupcake thing or something you put around a cake. I got that in a stash of wedding stuff and I have a pile of them and have never known what to do with them, so I thought I must put some in here. Another one of my belly bands and another old postcard that I made. Now these are the guests at the wedding. Oh, and this is Mrs. S. McAuliffe. It's just the front of an envelope that I had here. She's a Mrs. now, so I thought I'd add a picture of a lady there. And a copy of another postcard. I did make this wallpaper pocket in a previous video as well. And I decorated this page in my last video. So that slips out. Beautiful baby. So it's the third signature. So it's sort of about their kids. They're all married now. There's a butterfly that I got from the wedding as well. Been wanting to use them up. Beautiful postcard that you can write on. Had to put one of your people with the butterfly wings behind. Don't usually do them, but I thought one won't hurt. So Monopoly money, that's authentic, of course. So she's very cute, that girl. A copy of a Maya Emporium photo. Sees a Christmas photo envelope. Thought that was a really cool find, and in there is an actual photo that came in that envelope. This is a copy of the actual photo, I should say. So I thought that was fun to put in there. It's a bit of a tight fit. Gotta wiggle it. There. A bit of one of my postcards, and this is an authentic bingo card. I did this following the tutorial by Kerry, the Altered Postcard series. And it's got an Easter, copy of an Easter postcard in there. So that's an altered paper clip. So this is like a belly band pocket, and it is requesting the pleasure of certain people for this girl's 21st birthday. And then I put a community chest, which is authentic. And it is your birthday, collect $10 from each player. So then we get to Christmas. These come from the wedding where I picked up a whole lot of stuff too. A couple of beautiful kids. They're all enjoying Christmas. So they slip into this pocket carefully. Then she's on the phone telling Nana what presents she got. That flips out one of my postcard copies, and you can fit what you like in there. Another one of my postcards. I put heaps of my postcards in here, but they just went so nicely. It was great to use them too. So this is some of my baking paper that I dyed papers on, and I used the Miller and French stamps on there. They come out really nice. So it's just a flip. And then this is just stuck down as a background. You could write over it if you wanted to. Oh, so this is New Year's. So yeah, Happy New Year. And then I found a bit on one of my papers, and it was anniversary. So I figure they were at the start, I think, those two, yep. Getting to know each other. And now it's their anniversary. So, and then I made this book. That was following Anne from Whichcraft Do You Do on the postcard alteration series. And I used a copy of one of my postcards and embellished that. Did some Miller and French stamping as well. And there's the back of it. So I love the way that turned out, and that just fits into this lace pocket at the back here. So that is it. I had so much fun making that. Yeah, it was just heaps of fun to put a whole lot of scraps in there and to use all those people. I love those people. And to use some of my personal ephemera copies as well, because why else do I have them if they're just going to sit around? And most of them I don't have a lot of, so it's a good way to use them. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much to all the lovely ladies at Whichcraft Do You Do. A beautiful kit, and all the other bits and pieces as well. So as I said, I'll put the links down below to what I remember I've used in here of theirs, in case you want to go and have a look, as well as links to their shop and everything. And don't forget, you can get 15% off of any digital product at Whichcraft Do You Do if you use the code, which is down below as well. I think it's Nat 2023. But I will put it down below. So take care, be good, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.